Dear students, let's start our first class of third semester. Okay, I hope in this pandemic situation all of you are safe. Stay home and stay safe. Okay, so in this current situation we can start our regular class, regular contact classes. So we are starting again our classes through online. So for that, for your computer science students, your mathematics paper is different from other branches. For you it is discrete mathematics. Okay, so discrete mathematics is very I hope I will explain you the syllabus. Okay, the syllabus consisting of the fundamentals counting theory, fundamental of logic, relations and functions, generating functions and recurrent relations, and algebraic structures. All of these modules are mainly based on theoretical papers, theoretical topics. Okay, so moreover that of problems, you must understood the theory behind all these topics, because consisting in the discrete mathematics, it is very useful for computer science. So the concept and notations from discrete mathematics are useful in studying and describing the objects and problems in branches of computer science, such as computer algorithms, programming languages, cryptography, automated theorem proving, and software development. Encrypting and decrypting are part of cryptology, which is a part of discrete mathematics. Usually now it is discussing about cryptography in computer science. It is a very important area in because cyber security is linked with this cryptography. So nowadays we are talking about ATM security of bank transacting money through networking. So it is cryptography is very important. Now the area codes, so your pin code, shows that from which region you are, from where you are, also our telephone number. So all these are wonderful examples of combinatorial mathematics. That's a part of our discrete mathematics. Again, designing password always shows that it must contain 8 characters, and alphabets and characters are there. So designing password is another important area of counting problems, which is a part of discrete mathematics. Okay, so today let's study a simple topic. As an introductory part, we are going to study a simple topic in fundamentals of counting theory module 1, that is what is Pigeonhole principle. So for you, the reference text is, main text is discrete mathematics and discrete and combinatorial mathematics and applied introduction by Ralph P. Grimaldi and B.V. Ramana. And another reference text is discrete mathematics and applied and its application by Kenneth Rosen. These are two main books. All other books are there, so you should go through these books. Always you must be familiar with your reference book, that because it is the basics. You get the basics from that book. Okay, so you must you will get a reference from the net also, so you must be familiar with that. So it's a simple thing, the Pigeonhole principle. Okay, so the name itself shows that there is something related with pigeon and its hole, its cage. Okay, so I am having for example, I am having 5 pigeons, and I have only 3 pigeon cages or pigeon holes, and I have to accommodate these 5 pigeons in these 3 pigeon holes. Then I first placed first one here, second one here, third here. So I have to place the 4th one here or anywhere here, 5th one here or anywhere here. So at least one cage must contain more than one pigeon. That is exactly what is meant by pigeonhole principle. So if M pigeons occupy N pigeonholes, and M is greater than N, then at least one pigeonhole must has two or more pigeons roosting in it. So this is the pigeonhole principle. If M pigeons occupy N pigeonholes and M is greater than, the number of pigeons is greater than the number of pigeonholes, then at least one pigeonhole has two or more pigeons roosting in it. In other words, K plus 1 or more objects are placed into K boxes, then there are at least one box containing two or more of the objects. That is another way of explaining the pigeonhole principle. Instead of pigeons, we are saying that K plus 1 or more objects are placed in K boxes. Then at least one box containing two or more of the objects. This principle is also known as Dirichlet-Drower principle. Dirichlet-Drower principle. Okay, let's have an example. Among any group of 367 people, there must be at least two with the same birthday. Okay, so how it will be possible? So we have only possible different days in an year is only maximum is 366. So let it be our pigeonholes. And the 367 persons are our pigeons or our objects. Okay, so having at least two. So I placed every person having different birthdays. From January 1st to I placed December 31st. So 366 persons are assigned with these days as birthdays. So one person is extra is there because there are 367. So among these 360 days, he is also having that one day as a birthday. So at least one, there must be at least two with the same birthday. So if he is of January 1st, already January 1st there is a person. So with him there are two persons in January 1st. Or he is maybe of August 17, then there is already a person with August 17 birthday, and plus him goes 2. So that's the explanation. Among any group of 367 people, there must be at least with the two with the same birthday. Okay, example 2. In any group of 27 English words, there must be at least two words that begin with the same letter. Okay, so there are 27 English words. So let consider it as our pigeons. Okay, and we know that there are only 26 alphabets in English. So let it be our pigeonholes. Okay, so I start with letters with A, B, C, D up to Z. With the 27, among these 27 words, 26 are placed with the starting with these. One word is remaining there. This one word maybe start with A, so it will contain two words. If it starts with B, then this cage with this hole will contain, this pigeonhole will contain one more word, and so on. So 26 are arranged in the 26 alphabets, and one is extra and that one will start with any of these 26 alphabets, then that pigeonhole or that box will contain more than one word. So this is the answer. Show that any of the 4 numbers from 1 to 6 are chosen, then 2 of them will add to 7. Okay, so any 4 of the numbers from 1 to 6 are chosen, then 2 of them will add to 7. Okay, first of all, I am making each as a group of 2. 1, 6, that is will give you a sum of 7. 2, 5, that will give you a sum of 7, and 3, 4, that gives you a sum of 7. So I got 3 groups, 1, 6, 2, 5, and 3, 4. So considering each of these group as pigeonholes, and I have to choose 4 numbers from these. Okay, so randomly I am choosing 2, 3, 4 and 6. I am randomly choosing 2, 3, 4 and 6. Then I placed a 2 here in the first box, and the second box I am placing 3. There is a third box I am placing 6. So the condition is that 2 of them will add to 7. 2 of them will add to 7. So the 4 will come here, and 3 plus 4 is 7. In anyhow you are choosing, you will get like this. So like A, I am placing this as A is 1, 6 and B is 2, 5 and C is 3, 4. Then the 4 numbers will be chosen assigned to the set that it contains. As there are only 3 sets, 2 numbers that are chosen is from the same set whose sum is 7. Okay, I hope you understood. Next is extended pigeonhole principle. Okay, so far we are discussed about just one more pigeon. So one more object is greater than that of the pigeonhole or the boxes. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the number of pigeons is very large than the number of pigeonholes. Okay, that principle is known as extended pigeonhole principle. If n pigeons are assigned to m pigeonholes, the number of pigeons is very large than to the number of pigeonholes, then one of the pigeonhole must contain at least n minus 1 by m plus 1. So this is known as the integer function. So if it is a fraction you are getting, you just take the integer only. Okay, so n minus 1 divided by m, the integer part of that plus 1 pigeons must be contained in a pigeonhole. This is what is known as extended pigeonhole principle. Okay, let's have an example in extended pigeonhole principle. Show that if 9 colors are to be paint 100 houses, are used to paint 100 houses, at least 12 houses will be of the same color. So 9 colors are used to paint 100 houses. At least 12 houses will be of the same color. So 9 I am considering as pigeonholes. So there are 9 pigeonholes and we have 100 pigeons. Okay. So by extended pigeonhole principle says that if we are having m pigeonholes and n pigeons, and n is so far greater than m, then n minus 1 divided by m plus 1 pigeons must be in a pigeonhole. At least this much pigeons in a pigeonhole. Okay, so here 9 colors are there, that is our pigeonholes, and 100 houses are there, that is as pigeons. So 100 minus 1 divided by 9 plus 1, that is 100 minus 1 is 99 by 9 plus 1. 99 by 9 is 11, 11 plus 1 12. At least 12 houses must have of the same color. Okay, So next question is, show that among 100 people there are at least 9 who were born in the same month. We have to show that we have given 100 people and there are at least 9 of them who are born in the same month. So 100 is taken as our pigeons and we have to show that there are 9, at least 9 is of the same, born in the same month. So there are 12 months are there in an year. So this is our pigeonhole. Okay. By extended pigeonhole principle, this is n and this is m. So what it says, n minus 1 divided by m, the integer part of that, plus 1 must be at least contained in 1. So 100 minus 1 divided by 12 plus 1. 100 minus 1 is 99. 99 but divided by 12. The integer part will be 12 times 8 is 96. 96 plus is there, so it will comes as 8 point something. So we are taking only the integer part. So 8 plus 1, that is equal to 9. So at least 9 who were born in the same month. How many people must you have to guarantee that at least 9 of them will have birthdays in the same day of the week? So you must know how many people must be there. How many people must you have to guarantee that at least 9 of them will have birthdays in the same day of the week. So in the same day of the week means there are 7 days. I am considering it as our pigeonholes. Okay. And the pigeons, we don't know how many peoples are there. We want to find out that. So we don't know the number n pigeon. How many pigeons are there? Okay. So by the extended pigeonhole principle, it says that n minus 1 by m, the integer part, plus 1 must be at least contain that of them. Here it is 9. At least 9 of them will have the birthdays. So we don't know n minus 1. So it is divided by 7. Plus 1 is equal to 9. Okay. So this will be n minus 1 divided by 7 is equal to 8. Okay. So we will get it as n minus 1 is equal to 8 sevens are 56. So n must be equal to 56 plus 1, that is 57. So at least 57. There must be 57 people to guarantee that. 57 or above, okay. So there must be 57 people to guarantee that at least 9 of them will have the birthdays in the same week. Okay. Okay, we will discuss more problems related to this one during our discussion time. Okay, so you have to watch this video carefully, and if there are any doubt at the time of our discussion, you have to ask that. Okay, thank you.